I just can't figure it out. Walker's wife, why didn't her body come to the surface?
I don't know.
I think I better walk over to the coroner's office.
What's the matter, Mr. Benton? You feel awkward about arresting my father in his own home?
I warned him I'd arrest him if he used dynamite.
It's nice of you.
Well, the autopsy should be over by now.
Oh, Steve. I thought you'd be here.
I don't like to have to do this, Doctor.
Do we have time for a cup of coffee first?
Sure.
You mind, honey?
No, I'll make some sandwiches.
One thing is certain, for all the good it'll do now. Dave Walker didn't shoot Cal. I just come from the autopsies. Covers tried to keep me out. But I told him I'd raise a stink they'd smell all the way to the Capitol if he did.
Well, what killed them, Doc?
Not drowning. And Cal wasn't shot either. Every drop of blood was drained out of their bodies. And they had wounds on their throats. Suction wounds. Like a gigantic leech might make. And there's something even more incredible. Now, Cal was supposed to have been killed several days ago. Sam and Reed have been missing a matter of 48 hours. All three of them, as far as we know, were in that lake a minimum of 2 days. Now, I'd stake my reputation as a doctor that Cal hadn't been dead more than 2 or 3 hours when we found him. And the other two less than that. First stage rigor mortis started in during the autopsy.
But how could that be, Doc? It's impossible.
The coroner will confirm it. Whatever killed him is still in that lake. And it's going to take more than dynamite to get it out.
Concussion from those charges would have killed a full-grown whale. That explains how Cal and the others lived after they were supposed to be drowned.
What do you mean?
Well, this whole region is riddled by caves and caverns cut out by the ocean thousands of years ago. If there are caves above the water, then there must be caves under the water.
Go on.
Mike and I had a chance to fool around with some frogman equipment captured from the Italian Navy. We sort of prowled through a sunken transport off Salerno. When the ship went down, it trapped some air inside the hull. We'd go down, come up inside the officer's lounge, take off her face mask, and sort of sample some of the bottles floating around. We drive the guys crazy trying to figure out how we were getting the stuff.
You mean you think that there's an air pocket or a cave underneath the lake?
Right, gotta be. How else could those people have lived down there? Not only that, it explains how, whatever it is down there, lived through the concussions.
Steve. Liz Walker. She might still be down there. Alive.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want me to go down for you, Mike? You haven't had one of these things on for a long time, while me, every other day, I've been playing fish.
Not this time, Mike.
If you ask me, they ought to have their heads examined. Giant leeches.
Well,
I'm willing to bet a month's pay they don't come up with nothing more than excuses. He's crazy. Him, the doc, and his brat, too. Just wait till I get on the phone to the Capitol. I'll guarantee somebody will wish they'd kept their nose out of other people's business. I'll guarantee that.
Let's go, Mike.
Steve! Be careful, please.
Oh, boy, Mike will be ready if anything goes wrong.
Don't worry about Steve. Now, if you were going after Barracuda, you might have a tiny bit to worry about.
Ready, Mike?
No, please stay away. Please.
Not exactly inviting, is it?
That sure isn't. Hold her steady, Mike.
It'll stop anything up to a tiger shark. But you got a hit. Misses don't count. Now, anything goes wrong, just yank on the line. I'll be down in a hurry. Me to go down and finish it off for you, Steve?
No, thanks, Mike. I think I hurt her pretty bad.
Careful now. Anything hurts 10 times as dangerous.
He's wounded it. He's going to finish it off.
Does he have to go under again?
He's got to make sure, honey.
Where could it have come from?
I wish I knew. We'll have to make some tests. Maybe the proximity of Cape Canaveral's got something to do with it.
The rocket station?
Well, they use atomic energy in the first stages of launching. Not all of them have been successful.
You think that if some animal life was close by, not close enough to be killed, but close enough to feel the effects of a radioactive energy that's...
A mutation. A type of gigantism of some common animal. Whatever it is, I hope he's able to bring it up.